Hey, board gamers, BJ from Game Gumbo here, back in the Gumbo pot. It's a solo night tonight. We're going to be playing some solo games, starting with Button Shy game, a Nice Cuppa from designer Scott Alms, and then we'll see what happens after that. We may have time for some other games. Tonight, we're all about making some tea and trying to calm ourselves down with a nice cup of tea. And that's the name of this game from designer Scott Alms. This is an 18-card Button Shy game, part of their solo series. There's only 18 cards in there. One of them is a reference card. Then you have 7 of the tea cards. And I don't make tea or drink tea, so I'm going to trust Scott that he knows what he's talking about. Hopefully, if my buddy Steve comes into the stream, he can also have a gander at what we got here. And then we've got worries. So life is stressful. Life is worrisome. We're going to brew a nice cup of tea and try to get rid of all of those worries. That's kind of the theme of this game. So we do have these 10 worries. Everything from financial to health, existential, technology, house, commute, work, academic, politics, and aging. I mean, that's just about everything you can think of in terms of worries. Now, this is a Kickstarter coming out from Button Shy. It'll be coming out in August. So I'm looking at just a prototype copy. I've got, just some printed out rules that Button Shy was nice enough to send us. So, disclaimer at the top, there could be some changes in the project, but if you've dealt with Button Shy's Kickstarter projects before, you know that what they have is pretty much what you're going to see. But again, take a look at the Kickstarter project. There could be some changes. Usually there's an expansion or two that's offered in the Kickstarter. I'm not privy to any of that, but just understand that this is a prototype copy and there could be some changes in the campaign here. So at the end of the game, just got a general overview. So we're going to lay out these 7 cards at random. Each one of them have a number. And our goal is to try to get them from numerical order left to right. Obviously, the theme is making tea, so you're going to select your tea. Then you're going to boil some water, select your favorite mug, pour, steep, add some milk and sugar, and then sip and enjoy. And we want to try to get those in order because if I understand right, at the end of the game, we're going to keep tea card number 1 and every tea card that is in order after that. So we want to try to get tea card number 1 as far to the left as possible, and then try to get them in sequential order after that. And that's where these worries come in. And we'll score points based on the focus side, which is this side here with this little symbol, as opposed to the unfocused side, which is just a plain teapot. So we want to try to get to the focus side. Each of those will score us 2 points. The distracted tea side will score us only 1 point. And then worry cards that we haven't got rid of our worries, those are negative points. So we're going to try not to get any negative points if we can. So we shake up this deck here. And then we'll place out, I did this part at random. And of course, the last card is the turn reference, which kind of goes through the game, and then the scoring on the back. And then we'll place a worry face down on each one of these. Obviously, there's 7 slots, 7 worries, so the last 3 cards are not going to be used. We'll put those aside. Again, giving it some replayability. Typically speaking, with these Button Shy games, with only 18 cards, there's a lot of multi-use type things. But in this one, instead, he limited himself, Scott Alms being the designer, to just 14 cards, meaning that the replayability will come with these other worries. So, all right. The turn sequence is pretty simple. We're going to flip one of these cards face up, one of these worry cards face up, and then starting left to right, we're going to take all the actions that we see on the cards. Obviously, the first turn, there's just 1. But after that, it'll get to be more complicated. And then once we've done that, we've performed each of the face-up worries actions, then we'll flip over the T card that's above the that any face-up worry card. So the focus sides will go to the unfocused, and the unfocused will flip back to the focus side. Obviously, we want everything to be focused, focusing on our T, right? We don't want to be distracted. so we can score more points at the end. And then any worry that is directly underneath a focused T card, we're going to get rid of that worry. So that's good. One, we don't have to manipulate the card line anymore, but also we're getting rid of those negative points. And then lastly, if we want to, we can swap two adjacent T. All right, so that's the basic overview of the game, and we'll do that for 7 turns. Once there's no more cards to be flipped over, we'll go right to the end game. And I don't quite remember it, so I'll go back to it when we get there. All right, so what do we got here? Well, we know we want to select T. That's probably the first thing we want to do, right? So, and the designer kind of threw that in as a hint. Hey, for your first couple of games, select T, and then work it from there. So let's see what happens. I will do the first part, which is, I'm going to put this over here for me since you can't read that anyway. Flip one face down worry card. So we got an academic worry. We got the little graduate cap. It says move a group of 3 to another spot in the line. Okay. Now the rules say that a group is 3 or more. A group is any set of 3 plus adjacent T cards. Now, it doesn't say 3 plus here, but I'm going to assume that that's what it means. Move a group of 3 to another spot in the line. I know I want to get the 3 and 4 closer, right? So maybe I'll move the 3 and 4. It says to another spot in the line, so maybe I'll move the 3 and 4. I got to slide these down, move these here. And then flip each T card above each face-up worry card. So that will flip this over here. Now the number 1 is unfocused. We need to fix that. Remove each face-up worry card that is below a focused one. We don't have that. And optionally, you may choose to swap a pair of T cards. I think I will do that because I want to try to get this back. So I'm gonna. Oh, that's not good though. Yeah, already I'm struggling with brain freeze here. Let's switch these two out. Okay. Yeah, this may not have been a great idea because already I got the number 1 there and I'm struggling with it. Let's see. Left to right. So I don't know why I want to kind of focus on this 7. I actually almost have all of them in line already. And they're on the right side. So let me see what happens. Okay. Now we've got an existential worry. And that says, choose the leftmost or rightmost pair in the line. Swap the cards of that pair. Leftmost or rightmost. Okay, so we start with this. Move a group of 3 or more to another spot in the line. Okay. I already have everything lined up. I got to get rid of this thing. I have got to get rid of this thing, but I can't because I don't have any unfocused cards yet. That's right. So I'll leave that there, and that's going to flip that one back over, right? Okay. I'm going to take these 3 and just slide these 3 down. And then this one says, choose the leftmost or rightmost pair in the line. Swap the cards of that pair. I'll swap these 2. I'm going to take the rightmost part of the line. And then it says I will flip over any cards above the face-up worry cards, right? So I'll flip this one over. That's good. And I'll flip this one to unfocused. Okay, so my select T is now focused and my sip and enjoy is unfocused. But I'm going to remove every face-up worry card that is below a focused T card. So I will get rid of academic, which was giving me trouble anyway. Good. We paid for the kids' college education. Now I don't have to worry about it anymore. All right, we got a nice little fund. All right. 1 is in good spot. 2 is in good spot. 3 is in a good spot. Still trying to work on that 4. So let me flip this 4 over here. Technology. Swap a pair with a single card to the left or right of that pair. Okay, so this is a little trickier because it's swapping a pair for just 1 card. I do want to get that over there. And that would get the 2 there and get rid of that one. But could I get the 2 back? That's gonna be the question. Ooh, moving that 2 would be rough, but that's my first try on the stream. Let's try it out. So I'm gonna do these 2 and this one. But there's a hole here because this is 2 spots and this is 1 spot. So we're gonna have to move this one down. The boil water will come here. The 4 and 7 will come there. All right. Then we do the existential, which says choose the leftmost or rightmost pair in the line. Swap the cards of that pair. Okay. So I'm gonna swap these 2 here, and I've done both of the cards there. Then I'll flip each T card above each face-up worry card. So that will flip this one to distracted, and this one to distracted. That's no good. Remove each face-up worry card that is below a face-up. I can't do that this round, okay? But I could choose to swap a pair of cards, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna swap these 2 out here and see if I can swing that back over there. All right, and that will also let me get the 2 back in if I can get this done right. So let's see what we got. I'm gonna come back to over here and see if I can do some shenanigans. Now we've got aging. Okay, aging says swap a pair with another pair. Remember, we go left to right. Okay, well, yeah, swapping the 2 and the 5 and the 4 and the 7, kind of my plan. Let's see what happens there. Okay. And then technology says swap a pair with a single card. Yep. Get the 4 a little closer. Swap the cards of that pair. Okay, so if I could get pair with a 2 pair. Okay, so I'm going to swap this one with this one. Oh, sorry about that. All right, let's see what we got here. Got both those tapped. And then the existential, choose the leftmost or rightmost pair and swap the cards. And I will swap these 2 here. Okay, I've got all 3 of my cards done. Now let's go and see. This one's fine. This one is going to flip because it's above a face-up worry. This one will flip to distracted. So pour is distracted, but boil water is focused. And sip and enjoy is now focused. Okay, and then I'm going to remove any worry cards that are below the focus cards, and that's aging and existential. All right, so we've got our retirement plan, and we also kind of know what our goals are, probably because we have the kids paid for in college education, and we've got our retirement done. Now we can focus on who we are and why we're here. We've got 1, 2, 3 lined up in order. Just need to get that 4 over. Okay. No technology is going to let me move that 4 with the 5 and 6. But I don't want to move the 3. Yeah, this is going to be the trouble here. This little card, I'm already predicting it, but let's see what this says. Commute. Swap any 2 cards that are not a pair. Okay. I can probably deal with that. Yeah. Let's swap the 4 and the 6, okay? And then swap a pair with a single card to the left or right of the pair. Ooh, I didn't even think of that. I was so focused on the commute that I forgot about technology. That's going to kind of mess me up because I got everything in order. Okay. Which one of these is going to flip over? So moving this and this is not great, but so bump this to here, and that'll bump this to here. Okay, let's see what happens here. So starting left to right, we're gonna flip the add milk and sugar to unfocused, but we will get steep back to focused. Okay, I can deal with that because we just got rid of technology. All right, 2 turns left, and I blew up my order here. Well, let's see if I can get that, because right now I can get 4 and 6 back over, and it's going to get the 4 into position. So let's try to see what we can do with the 7. This is the one I'm worried about right here, though. Should I just get to the 3 and see what happens? That's where this game is diabolical. I'm going to put it off as long as I can because I don't know the strategy of this game yet. Okay, house. House says choose the leftmost or rightmost card in the line, move it to the other end. Oh, I don't like that one at all. Okay, so moving the 1 and the 4. I don't like that. But something does work out. Okay, so let's start left to right here. Watch what I'm going to do here. The commute lets me swap any 2. I need to get that 7 over. So I'll tap that. I'll move the 7. I'm just tapping this. It's not in the rules. Just reminds me that I've done it. Now I've got the 7 all the way to the right. Okay. And then choose the leftmost or rightmost card in the line. Move it to the other end. Yeah, I just messed up there, huh? Yeah, because that is gonna... That is gonna knock this thing out, but it's not gonna knock this one. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. So, slide, slide, slide. Okay. All right, starting left to right. This one is going to flip that over. Select favorite mug is now distracted. This is going to flip this over. But because it's focused, to add milk and sugar, I'm going to get rid of the house worry. Got the mortgage paid off. I like that. Retirement's done. Kids college paid for. Mortgage is done. And I'm in position. Swap any 2 cards. I'm not in position anymore. I needed that card. So... We've been delaying on the 3 all this time. Now we'll see what happens. And it's work. And remember, I don't know because there's 10 worries and we're only playing 7, so I don't know what is the last one out of the 4. But work is choose a group of 3, swap the first card and the last card of the group. Choose a group of 3. Okay, so I'm going to read this rule as it's not 3 plus, it's 3, although the rule book says 3 plus. So button shy, if anybody's watching on this one and you could comment on the video, or if Scott sees this, I'm going to assume that a group of 3, I'm limited to 3, because boy, it would have been nice if it was 3 plus. Okay, swap the first card and the last card. So I could just switch the 4 and the 3 and then switch them back. Switch the 5. If I switch the 5, that puts them all in a row. Swap any 2 cards that are not a pair. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. So the work I'm going to choose this 3 and I'm going to swap. That doesn't really help though, huh? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. And then commute, swap any 2 cards that are not a pair. Nope, that is a pair, so I can't do that. So any 2 cards that are not a pair. Okay. This flips the 2 over, but flips the 3 over and gets rid of the worry. Okay, so I got it down to 1 worry. I am playing on basic mode, by the way. Playing on the easy mode. So then if there are no face down worry cards at the beginning of your turn, skip step 1, completes 2 through 5. Complete 2 through 5. So I got to do this again. Okay. Choose a group of 3. swap the first card and the last card. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. The reason I'm hesitating is because I'm not sure what is going to happen after that. So I've got just 1, 2, 3. And then remove each. So we flip this over, remove that card, and I can choose to put these like that. Okay, and then let's go to scoring. Scoring says keep the T card number 1 and each T card in sequence after that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Discard all other T cards. 6, 7, and 5. Bye-bye. Each focus T card scores 2 points. 2, 4, 6. Each distracted is 1 point. 7. And each worry is -1. So 7, I'm sure that's not a very good score. On relaxed, that is a relaxed win. Not a very relaxed win or an ultimate relaxed win. But hey, for my first full game right here on the stream, I got a relaxed win on the standard mode. The difference between the standard and the hard mode is that you must get all the T cards in the correct order and then you score. So you got to go 1 through 7 and then you determine your score. Oh, that really sounds... Hey, that was a little cuppa, a design from Scott Alms and Button Shy. It's coming out on Kickstarter in August. Check out the Kickstarter project. We played the prototype. Things could change in the project, but I really enjoyed it. This is it's kind of a relaxing solo game, but at the same time, there's a little bit of stress. And like Adam said in the comments, you gotta think a couple of moves ahead like a chess game. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, thanks to Button Shy Games for sending us this prototype copy, and we look forward to seeing that project. Until next time, Laissez, the bon temps rouler.